celebration. I ain't talking Mardi Gras. With a little patience, you'll be eating Budokan. What you want? What you want? Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Never let a manufacture stack like that. And if it gets...
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. McMullen, and he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. It's a quarterback sneak, and it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. They'll try and sneak it here. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But at this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
The 7th play now, this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Back to throw. Vogel, he's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They give to Ingram up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And a quick throw here that's complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This fielded right at the goal line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll run with Ingram. Ingram churning. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Remember in preseason when we went to different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs walking out and going through those combat drills. And, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. Vogel.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bills force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short. So it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we get a 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
The team's turned it over 3 times in the first half. We just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's got room. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 52 yards.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Buffalo. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
On the move past the 40.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A 1-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They'll run here with Ingram. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken back. No gain on the keeper. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him.
No, there weren't, but at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
3rd down, goal to go from the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Bills are an extra point away from evening this one up.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Vogel. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. On 1st down, McMullen. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Off-play action. Vogel. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Vogel. Looking right sideline. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They'll run on 1st down. McMullen. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Off the play fake. Vogel. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Now a handoff up the middle. McMullen. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
I just love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
He's going to air one out. This is caught at the 20. A big play here for Buffalo. 55 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Ingram.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another 1st down run right there.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. Doing it himself from 9 yards out.
And the Bills have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
Bills 21, Texans 14.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
Oh, good return up past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
The bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Ready?
Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On first down, McMullen. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
AFC Championship tilt, third quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10.
Off play action. Vogel out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Back to throw. Vogel. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys and trying to wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Off the play fake. Vogel. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He'll get it inside the 20. A huge play there for Houston. 46 yards. One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. McMullen. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
Hey, man.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Vogel. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brewer. They'll go for a gain of 7. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down. McMullen, and he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And this one is right through. And that'll bring them back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Bills Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the fourth quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 75 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll try to run some clock with Ingram. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics, he's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And down to the 36-yard line here. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's out to the flat for Ingram. And he loses the football a second time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will get the lead up to 7. And his kick is absolutely perfect. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. Up the middle, Ingram. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 108 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I'll just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come right up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a handoff to Ingram. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's out of the backfield and goes backwards. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
That was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will get the lead up to 7. And his kick here is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick-6 on the other side, and now they get a pick-6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick-6 from earlier in this game?
From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Let's go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Well, the Lombardi Trophy would be nice to hoist. They have to hold off for that for a little bit. Right now, the Lamar Hunt has to feel good to hold.
Oh, it's got to feel great for them. And remember, Lamar Hunt helped create the American Football League, which became, of course, in most part, the American Football Conference. And he's the